Welcome into this journey of the divine. So, today I want to talk about how, and I know I've talked about this in some other videos, but in today's society, we're very starved of true, genuine connection. And I mean like deeper than social media, deeper than money, even deeper than our connection with other people. And I feel like in 2025 specifically, this hunger, this starvation has reached an all-time high. And I don't think it's by accident. I think it's the universe calling us back to source, back to infinite intelligence, back to God, back to the universe, back to unconditional love and peace that lives within all of us, that we are meant to experience while we are here living this crazy journey that we call life. I want to show you how to connect with that. Not through religion, not through dogma, but through direct soul level experience. So by the end of this video, my goal is for you to actually feel a true, deep, genuine connection with the divine source. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and I created this channel to give you everyday practical ways to improve your life, to know yourself, to bring more love and joy and peace into your life. And I'm so happy to have you here. So in 2025, I think we can all feel it. Even if you're someone that's not super spiritually tapped in, I think we can all feel that there's a really massive energetic shift happening. Mystics and astrologers and even scientists are talking about an uptick in solar flares. If you haven't looked into that, definitely look into that. There's a lot of vibrational frequency shifts that are happening, and because of all that, or maybe in spite of it, there are way more people waking up around the earth. And I think a lot of it is because we're all feeling such an intense, chaotic energy. We're anxious, we're burned out, we're super overexposed to war and disease and climate fear and corruption within the governments around the world. And I think a lot of that can create an emotional numbness. I know I've certainly felt it. Like if you feel really disassociated quite often, that's a result of feeling all of these things. But what's so beautiful about it, and I talk more about the ascension process in this video here, beneath all of the chaos is the awakening. And that's why me and others like me aren't scared of what's going on, despite how crazy things seem right now. 2025 is not just about surviving, even though it can really feel that way. It's about reconnecting to each other, to nature, to the universe, and most importantly, reconnecting to yourself. The divine is a presence. It is here, and it is calling your ass back home. And that is why you landed on this video. It is not a coincidence. It's because you need to hear this message. What is the divine? This might ruffle some feathers, and again, it's just my belief. I'm not saying it's a fact. Okay, let's get that out of the way. The divine is not just some man up in the sky judging you. The divine is the breath that entered your lungs this morning. It is your heartbeat that keeps you alive. It is the brain that keeps you functioning and thinking and moving through this life, even though sometimes we battle that. It's the flowers blooming the waves crashing, the stars orbiting, and the love that you have felt that words can't even explain. And here's the thing. You can directly communicate with this source in so many ways, limitless ways, if you will. It's not through a priest, it's not through a guru, it's not through me. It is through your intuition and your body and your mind and your energy field. So when you can learn how to tune in, even if it's just for a moment, it is like plugging into the most powerful source you could ever imagine. So let's talk about how can we do this. I want to give you guys 4, maybe 5 ways that I personally do it. So let's call them portals to the divine, and ways you can directly connect today, my friends. And look, you don't need to do all of them. Just do the one that calls you. Do the one that stands out to you. Just listen to that intuition. So the first one, and I've talked about this many times, and many of you have known my struggle with it, and that is stillness. It is breath work and meditation. You can't hear the divine or your intuition or your higher self when your mind is shouting over it. And most of the time, we don't even realize that that's happening. So for 5 minutes, that's like pretty much all I do. I mean, sometimes I'll go more than that, but my baseline is 5 minutes. No phone, no music, sit still. You can have your eyes open if you want. I find it's easier to tap in when they're closed because you don't have like all the distractions everywhere. But just breathe. And if your mind starts to go or the thoughts come in, that's cool. And if you want some help with meditation, I have a video for beginners here. You just redirect it. The way that I like to view it, especially when like I do have thoughts come in when I'm sitting in stillness, is I like to envision a river, and the thought is coming in the river, and it's just floating by. And I just let the thought go. You can do it with clouds or, you know, whatever feels right for you. And if you want, you can go in with a question or a statement or whatever. Sometimes I like to say like, what is it that I need to know right now? An answer will come to you. And it might be so subtle, but you'll get the answer. It might even feel like thoughts are coming in that aren't like your normal thoughts. Like they feel like almost like someone else's thoughts. It's very, like I said, very subtle, and that's the way that I see it. It's almost like a deeper thought. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's like we have our like thoughts, but then it's like a deeper thought. You'll know what I'm talking about. Like if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments below. But that is what the communication is. Number 2, go outside. And this is coming from an inside person. Get in nature. The earth is alive. Plants are alive. Everything is alive, and everything in nature is already in this divine union, and there's no resistance like humans have. There's just flow. There's just positive energy. Something I really like to do, and I feel very connected to trees. And so if you just go and like lay under a tree, sit under a tree, stand next to it, hug a tree, I know, hippy dippy, but like trees are really, actually, I should do a video on trees. If you would like a video on like how insane trees actually are, drop a comment below and say trees, and I'll do that. But ask the tree, like, what wisdom do you want to show me? Because they are full of it. And observe what comes through for you. And just be open-minded and be curious. That's really the basis of all of this, is open-mindedness and curiosity. You'll start to notice what we call, excuse me, synchronicities, butterflies or repeating numbers or wind patterns, or even like a conversation you might overhear. That is all the divine communicating with you. Number 3, and this is a fun one, and this is channeling through creativity. Quite often, this is what I do for my YouTube videos. Today I knew that I was gonna have some time to film. I had the house to myself, and I knew I was gonna film a video or 2 today, and I got in the shower and I was just like, what videos should I film today? And I do that so often. And it's funny because so many people will like message me or comment on the video or text me and be like, oh, that video you posted today, I needed to hear that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Because that's why the idea came through to me from the divine, because someone or multiple people needed that message at that time. And what's funny about that even is that I'm usually a few weeks ahead on my videos. So like right now it's April 15th. This video probably won't go up until like the middle of May. But that's when the people need it. Get creative, whatever that is for you. It's dancing or singing or journaling or painting or I don't know, there's so many things, pottery or creating music, whatever it is for you, allow yourself to get into that flow. I can always tell when I go look back and edit these videos and watch them even, when I'm in flow and when I'm in not. I don't know if you guys can pick up on that. Those who are like energetically pretty tapped in probably can. But when you get into that flow where it's just moving and time is flying by and you don't even have to think, it's just kind of channeling through you, that's the divine. A really fun journaling prompt you can do, and if you want some like guidance on journaling, if you're new for it, I have a video on that here. But if you want some guidance on that, just write like, dear universe, flow through me, and just write, see what happens. And here's the last one I want to share with you guys, and I think it's so important, and this is actually what sparked this video within me today, and that is sacred playing and honoring your inner child. I'm so about that. People tell me often that there's a part of me that seems childlike, and it's not an insult. It's not in a way that is like, oh, you're immature or anything like that. It's that a lot of people say I have a playful energy about me, like a childlike playful energy. And it's because I honor that inner child, and it's so important. And as adults, we tend to lose that. And to me, it's probably the most, if not one of the most, if not the most important thing you can do is play and giggle and laugh and be silly. And the reason is because that is when your vibration becomes the most magnetic. That is when you can connect to the divine the easiest. When I go to, a lot of you know, I go to a lot of like raves and music festivals and stuff like that. And if you're curious about that, I'll post this video here. But one of the biggest reasons I love it is because I feel so free and tuned in and like my raw like self. And I have so many downloads and epiphanies and spiritual things that happen to me in festivals, even before I started my spiritual journey. And it's because you're in that raw version of you. There was a time like a year or two ago, we were at a rave, and after like my friends and I were talking about it, we're like, so much fun, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling them, I was like, yo, like I saw everyone's souls in there, like floating, every single person. And they're like, what? And I told them all about like my experience. And they were like, you went through all that while we were in that dark, like underground room? And I was like, yeah. Because that's when I feel my most true self, is when we're allowing ourselves to dance and have fun and be free and be goofy. So I want to leave you off with this. Everything is divine. You, this table, this camera, this dope sublime t-shirt, your animals, the plants, the sun, everything. And I encourage you to explore those things and see how you feel, and also to not put pressure on yourself if you feel like, am I doing this right, or is this working? You don't need to wonder those things. They are, and you'll know. And the more that you practice these things, the easier you will know. And the easier it will be to tap into this. When you are connecting with the divine, You're shifting your reality. You are changing yourself. Like, your body can change on a cellular level. I've had it happen. You begin to radiate light, and you can feel peaceful in a room full of chaos. You no longer have to chase love, because you become love. You begin to attract opportunities and people that really align with you and make you feel full. You don't have to be afraid of the unknown, but embrace it and know that it's good. Everything is good. And that's the whole purpose of not only this video, but of my channel, is I want you to find that for yourself. I hope you guys found value in this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment and let me know what was the best part for you. I love you guys so much, and don't forget, be limitlessly yourself.